Hey guys, I want to show you this. This for the holidays. Sega has put out a new plug-and-play type game console. It's got 80 games inside of it, and it plays the old cartridges too. And it has 2 wireless controllers, which is pretty awesome to me. And check this out. Like Amazon, so funny because Amazon had these for like $80 to $100. And if you read some of the reviews, everyone's saying like Big Lots and Target and Walmart all have these for like $20, $30. So I thought that was funny how much they're trying to scam you online. Anyway, let's check it out. I'm going to show you guys what's going on here. Anything else in the box? Just the manuals, which I don't think you really need. Well, here's one for the Atari, but who cares? Anyway, so it's all about the Sega one. Oh, they actually have a handheld one too, I guess. There's a handheld one too. Anyway, here it is. Pretty self-explanatory. The system here, boy, it is lightweight. It's not so lightweight. I bought in some other third-party Sega, or I'm sorry. I have bought in some third-party consoles before, and they feel like just thin as rice paper. But this one's not too bad. It's light. Nothing much to it. You got your AV outputs here. Here's what kills me. Why does this thing not have HDMI? I mean, like, the Neo Geo just came out again, and that has the HDMI port. It would cost $1 to put them, on there, the fucking female slot, but I don't know why they're not doing that. I mean, like, RBG or, like, RCA or whatever does not have, like, TVs don't have this anymore. They don't have it anymore. They don't. My new TV doesn't even have this. So like, why are we still putting these on here, guys? At least put a component cord, because even that's people still have that on there. Anyway, fail. But whatever. Anyway, the wireless controllers. They feel like Sega. They don't feel cheap. I mean, of course, what you get is what you get, but it's not that bad. These controllers were never that great anyway. Even back in the day, they were total shit. These were Super Nintendo just crushed these things. But anyway, yeah, you get 2 of those here. You get the adapter, which is like a cell phone adapter. Awesome. Wow, cheapest cables you can buy. Probably. These are probably a penny to make in some fucking sweatshop somewhere. That's cool. Let's see how this works. I'm going to go grab a cartridge and see. Yeah, it goes in there, man. It goes in there just awesome. So there's no big deal there. What's really funny, I love this. You have to pull this out. Of course, Sega can never put a fucking eject button on anything. Even though they could have put one on here because people have learned that it destroys your fucking games the past, I don't know, 20 years. Some cartridges are not compatible due to cartridge conditions or original specifications of games cartridge hardware. Which is cool because cartridge conditions. Yeah, cartridge conditions. Yeah, they already fucking knew that no eject button made these things tear the chips out of them so much that, yeah, good luck. These games aren't going to last. I mean, these look like rusty old piles of shit inside here. Like, if you see a SNES chip, it's not that bad. Anyway, I'm not going to show you guys how this plays. Well, yeah, okay, alright. I will, fuck it. As you can see, there is a bunch of pages here. Oh, you have to go left and right. So after almost stripping these screws off the wireless controller, since they're so fucking small and factory sealed tight, I don't want to ruin them any further, so I just plugged in an old controller port, which is pretty cool because this thing can use the old Sega ones too. And of course, get a 6-button one or it's not worth shit. The menu system's right where you can see it here. Let's try Streets of Rage 2 since that is the real test, because I have a hunch about these things. I think I'm going to be disappointed. I'll get to that in a second. Here we go. Okay, so here's the problem. Chiptunes, that's what the soundtracks and the songs and everything is called on a cartridge. they're built on a chip. It's a musical chip playing on the cartridge. It is the real deal. This thing it's trying to emulate the music. It's not reading off a chip or anything, so it fails. It plays notes that are off key. When it tries to send the fucking info toward it, it doesn't know how to handle it, so it just kind of tries to go to the next option there. And it just, the music, well, if you listen to the Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack here, which is obviously the best soundtrack ever made on the Sega, I know that soundtrack very well. If you spent $80 on this thing, man, I don't know what to say to you. If you spent 20, I don't know what to say to you. The 80 built-in games are awesome. Of course, Sega, though, you can find these games on any disc remade of any console that has ever come out. The music is a deal breaker, though. Okay, Sega was always like the underdog system. They were awesome. They're that cult classic system that came out that had really weird games on there. It was a weird feeling. The music was even cooler because it had that real flat synth bassy, cheesier soundtrack to it. I can't explain it. If you're a Sega fan, you would know this. The way that this thing would fuck up the way it would emulate the music. This happens too when you download ROMs on your PC. It sometimes it can't read it right, so it plays the soundtrack all fucked up. To me, if it's not a big deal to you, then go ahead. The graphics are all there. I've been playing these games since I was 15, 14 years old, so it's like I know what they sound like, and I don't know. I can't really explain to you. If you want to do some other films online, or if you want to go search YouTube about this, go ahead. But it broke the deal for me for sure. This is the second generation Sega Genesis, I think. This is the smaller system, what we call a Slim nowadays. Here's the Sega 3, pretty much, that came out, and it works. It's pretty cool, though. Of course, RF only. Fucking idiots. Can't believe they didn't choose RCA. And this is the new console here. It's lightweight. It's cool, man. I mean, it's really cool for your kids. I just don't think anybody that's a real Sega fan, they can tell right away all the flaws on here. But if you're just going to pay $20 for this thing and pop it in to see how it is, that's awesome. If you're just starting out on Sega, I wouldn't use this fucking thing. I would just go get an old one. What really fails me too is Sega hasn't learned that their having no eject button has ruined these cartridges for anybody in the future. Like, I mean, in their 30 years, these cartridges are gonna be snapped in half. Like that's it, guys. So I mean, like, if you can't get that down, then emulate your shit the right way. Then, I mean, that Xbox has a mod on it. It'll play any Sega game ever made. I have probably every single one on there, and it runs just fine. It runs perfectly. There's a component out on there that will upscale it. Not too great, but hey, it's better than fucking RF or RCA. Some TVs don't even have that shit on there. The only problem is the controller for the Xbox One sucks. So if you're trying to play Sega, it sucks. It works, but it's not the best. Well, but yeah, guys, I don't know. I just feel like this thing could have been... I mean, put an eject button on there, guys. What the fuck is your problem? You guys can't put a button on there just to eject it? It's the cheapest plastic in the world, first of all. If you touch it, you probably get cancer of the fucking hands in like a week. You know what I mean? It's so cheap. So you couldn't afford another button on there? I don't know. I'm not buying it. Jesus Christ. If you can, I would go grab this game here. This game has a lot of games on here. Probably more than in there, I think. I don't know. But the only reason why I wanted this one, because there's a couple of cult classic games on here that I really wanted to show you guys, and that's Jewel Master and Eternal Champions. Usually those two are hard to find on there, on like some remake CDs, you know what I mean? Here's what kills me too, is that the other games on here are just these weird unknown games that I've never even heard of. Table Magic, Brain Switch, Cross the Road, Jax P, Bomber, Chess. It's like, oh, these aren't fucking Sega classics, you stupid ass idiot. I don't understand what the fuck. This was almost a really cool idea. I don't know how the handheld runs. There's supposed to be another handheld that'll do all of this too. I don't know how it'll run. Anyway, guys, that's my rundown on this whole thing here. Shitty soundtrack, emulation. Sound effects aren't the same on some games. The the same games you've been buying for, half a lifetime. Okay, they're not rare, they're not hard to find, and they run cooler on some other shit. Like this game here. This game's $12 now. Okay. The wireless controller option is awesome. Cannot get the screws out for the life of me, and I have the right toolkit, but it seems like it just strips the shit out of them. So I haven't checked that out yet. Maybe it's just I wouldn't ruin. I wouldn't say it's shitty on all of them, but for some reason mine are so sealed. Can't get those open. And shitty lack of HDMI output, or at least a component output. No one knows because the RCA on there is great. There's just mono. Like you wouldn't even they wouldn't even upgrade it to stereo sound on those things. Like even if it's a mono signal, you couldn't split it and just fake us out so we can use both fucking speakers. So I have to wear it's like one ear going on. Like fail, fucking fail. Anyway, guys, Sega, you know what? You're still doing good. Fucking Aliens Colonial Marines is coming out. It's going to be amazing. You guys still rock my world. But I can't believe you put such less effort into this thing. And guys, I don't know, man. It's totally going to get sold. If you guys want it, give me an offer. Peace out. See ya.